where the stories are told. Warrior hearts beating brave and bold. Small town pride in the air we breathe. The spirit of the game will never leave. Forever and always go Warriors, we shout. With fans in the stands, there's never a doubt. Game day Saturdays where memories ignite. Under the lights we fight the good fight.
Welcome to this episode of the Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast. We're back. We're on bye week, so no game tomorrow, Troy. Sorry to say.
No game. We have another week of rest and recovery so that we can get ready for the last two games. The last two games of the season. And it's going to be Briarcliff first, and then we're going to end it all with the back pill, folks.
Oh,
Dones. Right. Remember that?
Yes,
Yeah,
I do remember
yeah.
the big discussion about Doan back pills.
Yeah.
And, and then
No connection whatsoever to...
No, not at all.
Yeah.
The only connection that there really is with Doan is Coach Chapa being an alum.
He is.
And former player there. So, yeah, we traveled up to home of the Corn Palace on Saturday and played Dak West, and there was a lot of optimism, but there were things that went on, Troy. Things that went on that were out of our control. Mm-hmm. Some of them were in our control. And at halftime, Coach Chop and I, he's like, man, and he wasn't mad at anything like that, and I said, Coach, sometimes, some people stumble and stub their toe.
Yeah.
We stumble and blow our leg off on a landmine. It's just when we make those little mistakes, man, it was just the worst time and place, and they would end up capitalizing on that, which is what a GPAC football team does. And we're getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Yeah, we had some we fumbled, and so did they, but they recovered the fumbles, and they recovered our fumbles.
Yep.
So there was that. And, we did make some mistakes penalty-wise, but it wasn't like a tremendously – I guess we're not going to get into that too much.
They weren't sloppy penalties.
No, they really
aggressive.
weren't. Yeah.
And you don't like to see penalties at all, but, it's easier to kind of go, well, that was an aggressive football play. It wasn't just, I got lazy or something like that, And, we could talk all day about the calls.
Yeah.
Or the lack thereof and stuff. But that does nobody any good, because officiating is part of the game, just like, the game clock and everything else. Oh, did you not like that?
That you were.
So you'll have to watch, folks. If you'll see the cord disappearing, that's Troy over there.
That's me pulling on
looking at production value.
That's
and
what I'm just trying to do the best
alone,
I can.
so,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So this, the K stands for quality.
That's what the K stands for. Yeah,
sure does.
Oh well, the game in Mitchell. I did go to the Corn Palace. I can say that I was there for like 45 minutes, and maybe not even that long.
You went for a long time.
Well, it seems like a long. I reiterated the story that you told about your daughter that had gone there and said that was kind of a waste of time. It's a nice facility. It's very cool that it's there in downtown. Nice gym. It's like all of the seating is on one side, which is interesting.
Very 1950s.
Is that right? Just that you feel like that's a 1950s thing?
Don't you remember? And again, maybe it's just because and I think they had seating on both sides in Hoosiers. I can't remember, but think about where Waldorf first started playing at the Civic Auditorium.
That's true.
There literally was a stage on one side.
Yeah.
I don't know if they had seating there, but all the seating was elevated up over the playing floor, and you look down on it. So
yeah, that's right. That's how the Civic Auditorium is in Forest City, and it's probably that same. I don't know if that's the same period. It might be. I don't know how old that actual building is there in Mitchell. It certainly isn't 1890. I don't believe. Maybe the original. I don't know. Maybe it is, but I think that's when they started. And then, but I think they do have some seating on the stage, because they do have a stage there too. So I think they have some seating there. Yeah. It's a multi-purpose unit, and the murals are pretty fantastic. And it's made of corn.
Suppose they would have like the production of Oklahoma, or is it?
It'd be
too much.
South Dakota, where the wind comes sweeping.
That's right.
Down the plain.
Yeah, you can.
They just changed the word.
You could change it. You could do South Dakota. You could do North Dakota, I guess, if you really wanted to. Minnesota. Minnesota.
That I don't know.
Maybe even sounds better.
We're gonna have to get somebody to weigh in on this. So
Let's do that.
Yeah, we brought
We're going to
somebody
bring in
very
a
special.
theatrical expert.
Number 6, folks, in your program. Number 6, Angel Ruiz, all the
There he
way
is.
from Jersey.
Yep, from Jersey. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I want to know.
What do I want to know?
Yo,
Are you an angel?
as much as I try to be.
Yeah.
I guess I can say I try to be. Never a bad kid, but I try to be an angel as much as possible.
That's right. Well, it's you're a wide receiver for us, and you've been getting some good playing time, and you've brought down some catches and getting some things done for us. So, how is that? How is the season as far as the receiving for you going?
Personally, like not up to my standards, if I'm being honest. Obviously things that we couldn't prepare for, I guess, early on, like quarterback going down.
Yeah.
But, next man up mentality, and just got to go with the punches and make the best out of what we had and trying to win these last 2 games.
Well, and that's absolutely right, Angel. Nobody would have anticipated that, that Chris was going to go down in the early part of the second quarter, first game of the year. And then it was just, nothing against Tate or DT or Carson, anybody that was in there at quarterback. But it's like, I don't think we built this offense
Right.
and using the type of receivers like you and Luke and AJ, and obviously, Logan Farless too, and, these dudes, Joe McCubbin, man, he made a couple great catches today. But like there was tonight at practice, you had that catch in the end zone.
Yeah.
And you went up against, were you up against Queso?
Yep, Kaysen.
Yeah. So you went up, got the ball, and like it was tight coverage and everything. It was just a beautiful play. And Coach Chop is just like, that's why we bring Angel into this program, is because of catches like that and just the raw talent. So yeah. So go ahead, Troy. You took a breath.
Oh, I was just breathing, but that's good. So with the we do have Chris back, and that helped. Now I'm not at Mitchell on Saturday. There was, I don't know if it was you, one of the receivers. I can't remember if it was you or maybe it might have been Luke. But
Was that the no call?
it was a zipper. And we talked about it on the Wednesday night show with Chris. I was like, man, you throw hard. It was like a laser beam straight at. So I don't know if it was 6 or 7 that it was, but somebody hit right into the almost into the, and it was just like you would think it'd be catchable, but it also looked like a bullet. Was that you or who was that?
I don't remember the play, so I'm going to just go on away and say it was Luke, but it could have very much been me. Because he throws crazy. There's some heat behind his ball. Like, sometimes we got to tell him, like, yo, like, I'm running the sling. I'm 2 yards away from you. Just, you don't got to throw it that hard. Like, I understand. When you got to put it in a tight spot, I understand.
Yeah.
But he definitely has arm talents out of this world. So, can't complain. You got to really appreciate it because that's a talent not everybody has. So
yeah,
For sure.
yeah. There was a guy that I forward, and the name's escaping me. It doesn't really matter. It was from Upper Iowa anyway. But he, their quarterback, when my oldest boy was headed out that direction, and their quarterback, Cole Jaskey, actually was on an HBO special because he had tried to make the pros, and he had just a laser beam. He was getting coaching actually from Todd Esplin, who had done the quarterback academy. And so he would come to Forest City in the off season, and then he would throw in the Forest City gym as a peacock. And so what would happen is that he would have to get people to catch for him. And so Todd had my son Tanner, who was still in high school, and now the current head football coach at Forest City, who was a receiver, Tyler Anderson.
Yep.
So those two kids had to go in there as high school kids. I don't know if Tanner was a senior or a junior or whatever, but Tyler's a year younger. Regardless, they're on the other side of the gym, and this guy threw just like that, but maybe even harder. Like there's no arc on the ball. I don't even know how you do that. There's just a laser beam in their hands. They were so scared. But, you know, I mean, what can you do? Actually, I think it made Tanner a better cornerback because you can, you know, if you can take it from, you know, a college.
You can dodge a
quarterback.
wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Yeah.
You know what we're talking about, Angel?
Yeah.
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Not exactly, but I'm gonna just take the terminology literal. And if you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball.
That is right.
There's a movie called Dodgeball out there.
Mm-hmm.
And that was
The
definitely
true
watched
underdog story.
their coach
Yep.
started throwing wrenches
Wrenches.
at him. Yeah,
by
now you got it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm in line.
played by Rip Torn.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Rip Torn, and that's where he does that. His famous lines: "You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball." Also, he said, "Necessary? Is it necessary that I drink my own urine? No, but it's sterile, and I like the taste." There's my Rip Torn impression for the listeners.
This show just went off the rails.
Yeah.
I guess I'm sure I've seen. It's been a long time. I'm gonna have to rewatch it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In a minute.
So Angel, you come from, what's the name of your community?
Woodbridge, New Jersey.
Woodbridge, New Jersey. All right. Now we talked a little bit on the way out.
Mm-hmm.
This is not just like a town out in the middle of nowhere. This is in the New York City Metroplex.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we talked about that, didn't we, Angel? You were on the coach's show, and we talked about Woodbridge, and I had some interesting stats on that. I might have to revisit some of those. Woodbridge had a weird. That's what it was. Woodbridge had a weird law, wasn't it? Do you remember that?
Can't drive with, is it headphones? You told me.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
Was it
I don't know.
headphones?
I think
Or it was like an older. It was something older.
it was the Walkman rule. So when the Walkman came out, Andy, everybody was wearing the headset.
the
And
80s.
you cannot be in Woodbridge. It's still on the books. You can't be wearing. I don't know if it specifically says Walkman, in which case it's irrelevant, you know. But can you imagine having a law on the books where you can't wear headphones and be out doing anything that it would be illegal, that you could go to jail for a couple of days?
For some headphones, it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy. I definitely have. I walked around with headphones. I mean, never drove. I'd rather have it on the speakers, but
Yeah,
for each his own. I know there's people that drive with their AirPods in, so
yeah.
I wonder if it is a rule. It's interesting.
Something to investigate out there in Woodbridge, New Jersey.
So what's it like out there? I mean, what's the general culture? I mean, obviously, you know, here in the middle of Cornfield, Iowa, we have no frame of reference.
I mean, it's honestly like the area that I live in, like the neighborhood I live in, is kind of like calm, but it's a lot going on at the same time, if that makes sense. Like everything else happening around you. A lot of people live there. It's so many people. Like you look at Forest City as a town or a community, and then you look at Woodbridge, where I come from. We got 3 high schools in our township, and they're all packed. So it's like, it's very different. Like coming here and seeing how people live, and then back home. But like I was telling him earlier, like this is a life I would rather live. Honestly, it's more calm. You move at your own speed. You move at your own pace. You get things done how you want to get them done. And it's hard to get in trouble. I guess that's the biggest thing. It's so hard to get in trouble over here. So
Yeah.
it's good.
Well, that's good. I mean, you're not looking for trouble.
Never.
No, yeah. It is obviously, you know, I like the pace of it. You know, I think it's great to be out here too. So I'm glad to hear you say that. We do hear a lot of our players that come from larger metro areas, you know, talk about they can go out and walk at night. They can hear, you know, nature and things like that. You know, when you're that close to the big metro and there's that many people around, a lot of commuters, just, you know, all of that stuff. I mean, you're gonna have lots of things to do and lots of things to see and lots of people. But it is nice to be able to take a break. But you don't sound like you're from the Jersey Shore.
Nah, I don't got that strong accent. It's funny because there's a lot of people that would never guess. They'll more so say New York before New Jersey. And unless you're South Jersey, you really don't have the accent,
Right.
honestly. So I guess that's why I don't have it. I'm more North Jersey, Central. I'm kind of in the middle, so
Yeah.
I'm not too close to the beaches.
So where did Tony Soprano live? He was from Jersey, right?
If I'm going on a wing, I'm gonna say South. But
So Tony Soprano, The Sopranos,
Right.
that show, Tony
Yeah, yeah,
Soprano, he was a mob guy.
mm,
You know, is that like? I assume that's just New Jersey. You got the Jersey Shore people
Right.
that are weird like that. They, you know, all the dudes that are all tanned up
Right.
and muscular and self-centered, and all the girls that wear more makeup in their hair is all weird. And then you got mob bosses, and that's South Jersey.
Yeah, I mean, you just basically described my high school time for. I mean, like big hair.
I didn't say big hair because that was my high school.
Yeah, big hair. No, I didn't say big hair. Oh, but lots of makeup.
Oh yeah.
Man, lots of makeup.
Yeah.
Right.
So is like Jersey Shore, is that like a thing where you like people like to go down
Yeah.
and hang out?
I mean, there's so many beaches in New Jersey. Like people just think of like Jersey Shore, like where like they recorded the films and stuff. But like you got so many beaches and they're nice. So it's like every summer they're packed, and it's always a good time when you go down by the shore.
Okay.
Never could really could complain about it.
How far away from Woodbridge is Hoboken?
Oh, Hoboken is right down the street. Honestly, it's like 25 minutes maybe.
Is that right?
Yeah, like 25, 30.
Tell me about Hoboken, Troy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I will. Andy, do you know who comes from Hoboken? There's a lot of people that come.
Probably
from
a
Hoboken.
ton of people.
Yeah, a lot of people come from Hoboken.
Anybody in particular you'd like to talk about?
Chairman of the board, Frank Sinatra, Hoboken boy.
Sinatra.
Yeah. So I'm a Rat Pack guy. I know most of the Sinatra songs, but my favorite, of course, God darn it, and I just lost
New York, New York.
No, yeah. Well, actually, it's from Start Spreading the News. New York, New York isn't my favorite Sinatra song. It's probably, I don't know, Send in the Clowns or something like that, which is really dramatic or whatever. I like that. I Got You Under My Skin or that type of thing. Yeah.
I'm more of a Conway Twitty guy myself.
Well, are you Conway Twitty?
Oh, who doesn't?
Yeah, was sweet.
She's never been this far before.
I'm gonna whisper sweet, sexy things in your ear. He said some of the weirdest lyrics that are just kind of creepy. It is creepy. Listen.
So there's an old country dude out there named Conway Twitty, and it's like, he must have been like some sort of like weird sex symbol or something like that back in the 70s, maybe.
70s country, 60s, 70s, yeah.
Because like some of his lyrics are just like, if you would just read them out loud, you'd probably end up on a list somewhere.
Well, that what I quoted you just came from a song that was, the title was literally, I Want to Lay You Down. I mean, this is yeah.
In this day and age, you'll get investigated for a song.
I want to
like that.
Exactly. Yeah, you're gonna get on a.
Oh, and then he had another one. He said it was called "Baby Wearing Tight Fitting Jeans" or whatever it was. So before there were a ton of. Nobody was wearing yoga pants back in the day. And so in the 60s, up to that point, still a lot of women were wearing dresses, as they should. And then just
Know your place.
look right into the
Know
camera.
your place, woman.
That's right. And so they were wearing dresses, and then they started wearing jeans. And then you could see what their butts look like.
Right.
And the old timers, that was the yoga pants of the day, was jeans. What do you think about that?
Uncomfortable. That's all I can say. Uncomfortable. I can't wear jeans for nothing, so I can't even imagine only wearing jeans.
Yeah. Well, that's what that was the song. Many songs like that.
Yeah.
He does have a good song, Andy. Do you know which one? I mean, he's got a lot of good songs, but you know what the one that probably rips your heart out of That's My Job.
Okay.
You don't know that song? Were you making fun of? Were you actually not a Conway Twitty fan? Were you
I'm
making
not a
fun
Conway
of?
Twitty fan.
Oh,
I just
my God.
some of my favorite
my God.
Family Guy. I don't know. You ever watch Family Guy? Some of my favorite cutaways are when they just have Conway Twitty singing.
Yeah.
And
okay.
so I just threw him out there because
Oh,
you were
my
talking about chairman of
gosh.
the board. I wanted to sound really cool.
Oh, what in the
ball on
I didn't know all these Conway Twitty. I thought he was on a serious. I thought he was but you've probably heard it. That's my job. That's my job. That's what I do. Everything I do is because of you. It's
Anyway,
the
Angel-
dad singing to his son.
Okay. Anyway, Angel, it's really good to have you here.
Yeah, thank you. What's your-
Yeah.
yeah.
So-
What's your favorite kind of music? Is it Conway Twitty now?
Nah. I don't know nothing about him, honestly.
What do you think about the name Conway Twitty, though?
It sounds like he would
Write a song like Tight Fitting Jeans?
Yeah, it kind of fits. It fits.
So you say you had 3 high schools
Yep.
in your township, and they were huge.
Yeah. Every
So,
last
like-
one of them.
All right. So what school did you go to?
So my freshman and sophomore year, I was at Woodbridge High School, which is like I guess you could say the main high school.
Sure.
Kind of like in the heart of Woodbridge. And then I ended up transferring my junior year. So after COVID, I transferred to John F. Kennedy Memorial High School, which is where I ended up playing my junior and senior at. And then there's another school called Colonia. So it's like this big three-way rivalry. It's crazy. Those games are the best, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all about the same size.
Yeah, I would say JFK is probably a little bit smaller than both of them, but yeah, but Woodbridge probably has the most.
So like how many how many kids did you graduate with?
Me, considering I was the smallest one, probably like still like 400, 300, 350, like around.
So it's not. I mean, that's big, but it's not like
huge.
insanely
Nah, yeah,
huge.
like not like the Texas boys talking about they graduate with
like
1,200,
1,200, something crazy like that. Which I graduated 90. That was a large class for 90.
All right, good deal there. I can't believe we're still not talking about Conway Twitty. It's weird that we just left that alone like that. But I guess you didn't say what your music was though. I mean, what?
Yeah, what kind of music you listen to?
I kind of listen to more like things that like relax me, if that makes sense. So like I'm more of a raw wave fan. Like I don't really got like a type of music I listen to. It's just whatever like it's kind of more soothing and can make me just chill at the end of the day. Because I only really listen to music like class is over, practice is over. I took my shower, I ate, I'm playing the game. What can I listen to? I probably listen to like raw wave, something more singing, or more chill vibes.
Yeah.
As you could say.
Nice and
not some of that stuff to get your blood pressure up.
Nah,
some of that
hype
stuff that some of the guys listen to.
When we're on the field and like pregame, it makes sense.
Yep.
But when I'm getting ready to go to sleep, I don't need to be sweating and have to take another shot. I don't want to do that. So it's kind of chill.
All right.
Yeah, you said earlier that you're always cold, but now you're talking about sweating.
Yeah, if I'm going crazy, I'm gonna sweat a little bit.
Yeah. It's so speaking of getting cool, but I mean you're from New Jersey, so I mean it gets cooler out there too. I mean it's more. I guess it's nicer because it's along the seashore for that most of the Atlantic, but still get your winters and things like that.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
The cold weather this is no big deal to you. Yeah.
I wouldn't say no big deal. This is like it gets cold back home, but like experiencing spring last year here. It was something I never felt my hand, like right when I walked outside, I got a 7:30 in the morning class, and like right when I walk outside, my face felt like it was freezing. And it's like, like my dad's calling me, he's like, oh, what's the weather? I'm like, Dad, it's like 9 degrees outside.
Oh yeah,
he's
there's
like,
that.
What?
And it's windy.
Yeah.
It kind of like there's a post on social media that says, why do I live in somewhere where the air hurts my face? Just by being outside.
Right.
Yeah, well, what you can look forward to is because, you and I both have these amazing, beards going on, and so it'll freeze.
They do. They do, actually. It was crazy. One time I washed my hair, and I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to not dry it and just hurry up and go outside, and, like, my hair itself, like, frozen, like.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Then you get in a warm building, it starts to drip.
Yeah, and then it's like defrosting. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is.
Well, what are you studying here at Waldorf?
I'm currently doing sports management.
Okay.
That's my major. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you answered that before when you were on the other show, but maybe people didn't see the Warriors live show. Listen, folks, if you're not watching, we have 2 programs a week during the season. Warriors Live is on. We run it on our Facebook, the Gridiron Club Facebook, and then also the X. Gridiron Club on Twitter, X, whatever you call it. So that's every Wednesday night. We got 2 more of those shows. Oh. Yeah, 2 or 3. It might just. I mean, it should just be maybe 2 because we have
probably 2. If
we won't do. We never do
one after the
post-season.
Dome game.
Yeah.
We'll probably drag Coach in here and have him talk
about on a podcast. Yeah. So there's only 2 more episodes of that, but you can always go back on Facebook and check it out. So there's good things happening. Yeah.
So, Angel, tell us a little bit about your journey from New Jersey, Kansas, Iowa. How'd all that go? I mean, what was it?
All right, so
just give us a rundown.
Yeah, I'll give you as quick as I can make it.
No, talk as long as you want, man.
So, coming out of high school, I was getting a lot of Division III interest, or I guess you could say offers, and then Division II interest, but my grades weren't up to par. So then Sterling College in Kansas ended up reaching out, and they gave me like a scholarship package, which was the best out of all the schools. So ultimately I kind of knew that's where I was leaning towards, But my dad wanted to make sure that like that's really what I want to do. So we ended up taking a visit, and honestly, I enjoyed it. It was a good visit, and I ended up committing on the spot like before I left, and then I ended up going in August, beginning of August. That's when camp starts, and I got in the rotation pretty fast. I was playing as a true freshman. I played in my first 4 games, and then through that time, I guess you could say like I wasn't enjoying it as much as I thought I was. So it was kind of more so tough. And then one of my childhood best friends, he was there with me. Like he also played on the football team, and he was losing himself mentally. So he ended up just leaving.
Really?
So it kind of just left me on a fling. I was just like, oh my God, like what am I going to do?
Did you know that your childhood friend was already going there? Is that why it made it easier for you to commit?
Nah.
Or did it happen later?
So I had got offered there first. So we played all through high school with each other, like best friends. And then so I ended up getting offered there. And then like we kind of had similar offers. We played in the same high school. So we transferred with each other. It was one of those things. So I got the offer first, and then I'm like, would you be willing to go to Kansas? Like I wasn't sure I was gonna go there, but it was like just trying to rack up offers, I guess you could say, coming out senior, trying to make it look as good as possible. So he ended up saying yeah, and then we both went on that visit together. Like when we went, we both went with our parents, and then we both committed. It was kind of the same thing, but like he was getting a little bit of playing time, but not as much as me, so he really wasn't enjoying it. And me being young, like it was more of a impulsive decision I made. I was just like, you know what, I don't want to be here either. And it really wasn't the worst thing in the world, because I end up in like a similar situation being in Forest City, Iowa, small town, small school. And like I was telling him, it's more so like I saw it, like looking back at it, I wasn't grateful for it. Now I'm hearing this, I'm grateful, I'm absorbing everything around me, and it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's I'm glad to hear that. That was a more in-depth explanation than what we had time for on the Warriors live show, so appreciate that. And then it is tough when I'm gonna say it, obviously if you spend the time and the money, the effort, your folks go out to Kansas from New Jersey. I mean, it wasn't necessarily a rash decision, but it was, committing on the spot coaches would love that, because it makes it easier on their recruiting time. Right. But it maybe it didn't seem to pan out. What's the difference between Sterling and Waldorf as far as the vibe and whatever it is that, or is there a difference, or did you change?
Honestly, I think it's a little bit of both. So I would say the difference here is like it's definitely more community. Like the community shows up and shows out over here. Like not saying that theirs didn't, but I don't think it was like as impactful as it is here. And then definitely like I matured, I got older, I realized like I was telling him I was working a job for the city, and I was like, I'm working with 50 and 60-year-olds, and they're telling me like, oh yeah, you're going to retire when you're 50, 55. And it's like, I'm not even looking that far down the line. Like I still might want to play football. Like So I definitely matured and realized like, I looked at it like at first when I was young, I'm like, yeah, that's not for me. Like the school's not throwing no parties. They're not doing nothing fun. Like this is not the college life that I thought was the college life. And then it's like, what is the college life? The college life is what you make out of it. Yeah. And definitely when I got here, that made me, when I got here, it opened my eyes more because it's more community. And honestly, I think I mess with the guys on this team more, so it makes it easier to, just have fun.
What do you mean you mess with the guys on the team more?
They're just from everywhere. Like, I don't know, like, it's like there's not a guy on the team that I don't like. It's like everybody's cool in their own way. Like, you get to know everybody, and it's like he comes from this, he comes from that, and oh my God, they're best friends. They came from 2 whole different backgrounds, and they're best friends. Like, it's kind of cool to see.
Well, it is. It's something that we have going on. And, you're right. We have got players from all over the place. And every one of them that we've talked to, I clearly haven't talked to all 136 players or whatever, but, the ones that we've talked to over the years have all said that, and particularly in this last year and a half, I will say, really come around like, yeah, we're really close. We've got a good team. People are, close with each other, take care of each other, look after things. It feels like a family. We've heard all these different things. So that's great to hear. And it's nice to see that, he recognizes it is a small town. It's a small community. It's a rural Iowa, Minnesota area. We're the only university for 70 miles or whatever. And so it's where people can go on a Saturday afternoon and they feel invested, and even when, our record isn't what we want it to be. They're still showing up. They're still coming out on Wednesday nights. They're still listening to the show here. They're still, I see a lot of the same people there at the basketball games. Did you go to the basketball game the other night? Yeah, that was fun to see. The new coach there and to have they didn't win that game, but they gave it a good effort and same deal.
One thing about it, to piggyback off what you were saying, like everybody does support each other. Like there's naysayers that people always gonna say what they want to say. The record doesn't reflect the work that we have put in, but like teams like the basketball teams and soccer, like they're all supportive. So it's only right that if they show up to our games, you show up to theirs. And their season just started, so they could really make a difference in the GPAC. So.
Well, and I loved going to, when I was a Waldorf student, I loved going to basketball games. I mean, I loved the atmosphere. First of all, it's something to do in the winter,
right,
for one, and you get 2 or 3 of them a week, and it was just, it's just fun to be in a student and just, cheering or being ridiculous, when it's your opportunity. And so that's, I'm glad to hear you say that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And so what was after Sterling, who was it that found you to bring you to Waldorf?
So honestly, this is crazy. Like I tell everybody this story. Like I really wasn't looking. Like in my head and in my heart, I knew like I didn't want to work like a real job yet. I wasn't ready for that part of my life, but I did want to keep playing football. And like I was just on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. I was just scrolling one day and I seen Coach Donadio. Like his son had popped up from him, so I ended up following him. And he followed me back pretty quick, and like he reached out. Like I sent him my film, and he reached out, and almost every conversation was like an hour and a half long conversation. Like, and they were deep conversations, and they actually meant something to me. So like when he offered it wasn't like I was like going out like trying to find the best fit or see other schools. It was more so like it kind of felt right. Like he was there almost when I needed it the most, and without him knowing, and it all just worked out.
That's amazing. Like so you're saying that you would have hour-long conversations with a coach that wasn't even your coach yet?
Yep. Literally, like, didn't know what was going to happen. With Sterling, like, I still had to pay for my transcripts. Like, I didn't know if I was even going to be able to pay for my transcripts and make it for camp on time. And we're still talking, communicating. He's making sure, like, everything is good on this end over here. So it's like, it just all worked out, honestly.
Nice.
That is good to hear, and that's it's one of the things we hear from so many dudes is it's about relationships.
Mm-hmm.
That maybe this wasn't the place that they dreamed of, in high school. Like, man, I really hope I can go in the middle of a cornfield when it's 9 degrees out and the air hurts my face and play football.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's the relationships with your position coaches, with the head coach, with the OC and all that stuff that's what really makes it special. And tonight it was kind of fun. There was a ton of energy at practice. There was a ton. Yep. You were having fun, Angel. I saw that.
Of course.
And he made a catch tonight. That was just insane.
That's awesome.
That was awesome. You should be proud of yourself.
Yeah.
But it was Coach Chop and I were talking. I said, "There's really good energy out here tonight, Coach." And he's like, "This is what you can't translate. You can't. It's hard to tell people that, okay, they look at what they see on Saturday, they look at us making some mistakes and not having the type of success that we expected and wanted, but at the end of the day, well, like what Angel's talking about, it's like you've got 100 plus dudes out here that are caring for each other, they're having fun, they're holding each other accountable, they're talking a little bit of smack back and forth, but I'll tell you what, the first time that that you get a D-back makes a good play on you, you're not going to be in his face and mad at him. You're going to tell him straight up, hey, that was a good job.
Yeah. You know.
So it's fun to watch. It's fun to be part of that.
It's definitely it's fun to watch when somebody checking in for me and getting to see it or being like actually, and it's fun because it's like nobody knows what we did through the spring. Nobody knows what we did during camp. Mm-hmm. And it's like right now we're in a part of the season where it's easy for people to quit. And all the people that wanted to quit did quit.
Yeah.
And all the people that don't want to be here, they're not here no more. So now you're seeing the people that actually do care and the people that did put in the work. You're seeing them finally, like the cream is finally rising to the top. And you can't do nothing. Like we got 2 more opportunities to still do something. And that's what people don't realize. And everybody's quick to countersign. That's cool. Underdog story is always the best story.
Yeah, that's right.
So
that's what
it's like we want to win. And it's getting to a point in the season where everybody's they're realizing that we're really all we got. When Coach Top says, like, we're the only ones that believe in you and y'all believe in yourselves. Like there's nobody else out there that does. It's really true. Like we hear them talking in the game and they're like Keegan was saying something in the captain's meeting not too long ago. He said, I think we're versing Concord, and it was like you've been here for 4 years. Like why do you keep coming back? Like why do you keep losing? And it's never been about that. It's the work that you put in with the people that you call your brothers and your family, and eventually it is gonna show.
Yeah, it absolutely is it's gonna show. And when we talk about like we did make some mistakes, but the reality is that the offense, I thought the offense looked really good. I mean, we moved the ball. We passed like we've never passed. I mean, it was great. So it was good to have. So I mean, it's a combination of having Chris Walter back, the enthusiasm that comes from that. There's great diversity in the receivers that he used. I mean, he used I think every eligible receiver that day. Yeah. Tucker got some, and we threw all over the place, and we had good results. And he had a 55, 60%. I think just over 60% which is great. So it's like. And the offense looked so much better that it made our defense look bad. Right. And the defense actually on Saturday, if they were talking about mistakes, like they really were making mistakes. That is frustrating because you guys were going out there and doing some things. We scored a couple of touchdowns. It was exciting. That first touchdown was phenomenal. So I mean, come on, and see Tuck out there just taking it down and taking it down and realizing that I can take this all the way in, and they got that little wee back coming trying to take him out, and he just pops him out of the way. And we had good blocking all the way down, and so it was just a really that was exciting, especially since they had just scored and we're like, oh man, and they're like, yeah, it's our homecoming. They did win their homecoming game, but to be to answer immediately first play out of the chute with the 75. Yep. Yeah, that was exciting. I wish we could have seen it. Now, clearly that's not going to – Coach said it on Wednesday night too. It's like clearly not going to happen every time. We're not going to do one play and get big plays every time. But it was nice to see. It was – I called it bookends on Wednesday night. Just like, we had a first quarter that was, that play was there and we were moving the ball. We just didn't quite get it in a second time, but we could have, and we were close. But we didn't do anything in the second or third. The middle of the game was just kind of frustrating for us. And then, of course, we came back in the fourth and scored another touchdown. So, yeah, I'm in.
And, the defense, that was just, I guess, from sitting on the sidelines and being probably one of the biggest fans as well as, part of staff. Like the three phases of the game, special teams, offense and defense. Offense is, we've struggled and for various reasons. We had to kind of be a little bit one-dimensional, not really able to take a lot of those shots that we're able to now. And again, I'm not throwing any stones at anybody.
Right.
But then at the end of the day, when the offense is starting to click, like, all right, here we are, and then the defense has a bad day, and special teams wasn't as tight as what they normally are. And so the things that we've been doing well and building on, just kind of the wheels fell off a little bit, and then offense, it came back around. So my hope is that as we enter the Briarcliff game, and the Chargers come over here, that we can get all three phases of those games. Just, again, we're going to make mistakes. It's part of the game. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, if we can just stay consistent in all three of those phases, I think we're gonna have a pretty interesting end of our season.
Yeah. Briarcliff is, in the past we used to we beat up on them pretty good, and then we did not beat them last year. That was a very close game for us, and it was frustrating that we didn't get that one. But they're also a good team. They're getting better. I mean, they're winning some games this season. So we'll have our work cut out for us there. But you guys have like you said, Andy. I mean, like when we're clicking, we're supposed to be doing what we're supposed to, and we're looking good. So I know you guys are watching Charger film right now and trying to figure out what to do. What's it look like from your perspective as a receiver?
Honestly, it's really not what we're looking to do. Is make sure that we're able to do everything that we want to do.
There you go.
I feel like offensively, like we have struggled, and it's clear for anybody to see that we've struggled all year. But we've got some guys, so it's like I feel like now more than ever, it's like with Chris back and being able to get us the ball, and the running backs, like now it's not, they could just run the ball. Well, now they're throwing the ball too, so now it opens things up for the running backs and vice versa. So it's like, I feel like now it's just who wants it more? Like do we really want to win? And that's honestly how I felt last game, because like I said, we kept shooting ourselves in the foot and shooting ourselves in the foot. And we didn't that game. We didn't play a complete game, and we were still we still had life going into the third and fourth quarter. Like we still had life. So I think it's more so just about playing a complete game and figuring it out. We gotta offensively, we gotta score a lot. Regardless, the defense. This come from an offense guy. I don't care if the defense lets up 100 points. We got to score 101. And for the defense, they don't care if the offense scores or not. We're going to get a stop. That's really the mentality we should have. And I think now that the guys, that you see who's bought in on the team, I think it's showing more now. And piggybacking on what he's saying, why practice is more fun and everybody has energy and everybody has life.
Yeah, we had we had about 30, 40 guys stay back for the summer last year. Were you one of those guys? No? Any plans of staying this year?
My biggest regret wasn't staying.
Okay.
As crazy as it sounds. So, yeah, my plan is to stay this summer.
Great.
Keep building off of the things that we built through the spring and carry it on through the summer and then into the season.
Yeah, I know that's important to Coach Chapa. He wants to get as many players to be able to stay. And, of course, to do that, it's great because you still got your teammates around. You got a little social thing. There's no classes going on, although I suppose you could take some if you wanted to. We just got to make sure that we get you, if you need employment, we make sure we get you making some money some places. But being able to work out with each other and just get through that summer and put in that extra effort, that's what we're looking for.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you look down on the defensive end after the second half of practice, but do you want to guess on what the defense, they divide up into 3 stations? And, so the bigs will go, the D-backs will go, the linebackers will go. They divide up into groups. What do you suppose they were working on?
I mean, I'm going to guess that they were probably working on tackling.
Yes. All of them. And it was fun to watch. And then you got Grant Woogie, some guys are kind of going halfway. Some of the younger dudes that just don't, they're not quite there yet, but then you got some of these guys that are just going full on, making sure getting right up in there, because 44 missed tackles on defense. That's tough. And again, I'm not out there playing. I'm sure I'd miss every tackle I even tried for, but the coaches are all it's tackling, because they got their schemes figured out. So,
but isn't that, it's sort of take it away from receiving for just a second, but isn't that a weird thing to have to improve on in college football just a little bit, don't you think? I'm glad that they're working on it. I want to see them get better. I want to see these tackles. I want to see, because we've got strength, we've got speed, they've got, like you said, the schemes are worked out. So it's just weird to me that, it's a discipline and it's a skill that has to be developed and improved. And, but you would think that would be something that if you're on defense, your mentality is to see ball, get ball, it's
and they're doing that. If you, one of the things Coach Chapa talked about during the coaches show, as well as, they're getting to the ball, but they're just not getting hands on. Right. They're hitting them, and again, these other teams are also just our offensive player here could tell you that your job isn't to get tackled. Your job is to evade.
Go score.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Go score. And that's what they've been doing. And it's just, I think that it's that mindset. And it was, everybody was like, all right, pair up. And it was fun to see. And not to say that they don't do that, but it's after last week, hey, this was a legitimate shot to ruin somebody's homecoming. And,
Yeah. Here's an interesting little sidebar, and we'll get back to we're off defense now. I just want to say that when we went out to Mitchell, so we parked on the other side, so on the visitor side, and it looked like to get into the field, the stadium on the home side, there's a building, and you go into the building and you go through the building, and they had signs that said home crowd here and all that. I don't even know what that means. It looks like they had some homecoming things set up for maybe some tailgate or whatever and all that. And so I know that in advance from doing research, for the Fan Friday letter, that I know that they had some things that you could buy tickets for, but I suppose that was for their homecomings. I don't even know. So we just drove around and I guess we're not supposed to go in that door. So we went around the block, came around on the other side, and we're like, well, this looks like it's a pretty open parking lot, and I can see the back of the stand, so that's probably our side. So we'll just park here. It's wide open. It's better, you know. It's like wide open parking. It's like 15 other cars, and so we parked in there. And then there's this little building over there that is kind of dilapidated or whatever, and we're like, well, maybe that's where the gate is on this side, or there's, you know, but there was no gate, there was nobody taking money, and nobody on our side of the stands paid to get in. So I mean, now that we've gone through that,
it was homecoming. They probably had a large crowd.
They did. I mean,
they didn't notice the loss in revenue.
I'm sure that they're really watching this great show with us, because we know that some of our you know, our competitors do watch the show or listen to it. But it's funny to me that it was like, hey, here's a little weakness in your program. Like, you might want to put a student out there on the other end to collect, because everybody. And it was funny because we went in and we're like, well, there's no one to pay, so we, you know, you kind of look around and check the side of the building. It's like, no, it's not there either. And that's not even restrooms. And then you go up into the stands, and then I would stand there, and then I would look, and like everybody else that came, they all did the same thing. It wasn't like we were trying to sneak in. It's like every Warrior parent grouper came in, and they're like, well, I guess we're just gonna go sit down. Like, you know, so
could have been like a train where the bellman comes by. Ticket, please.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a ticket. Oh, you're going to have to purchase a ticket then, sir.
That's right. Well, maybe that. And at one point, I thought that's what was happening, because there was a dude who came over, but he didn't. No, none of that happened. Oh. So it was just, I guess. So we saw the game for free. Yeah.
Can't complain about that, right?
Right.
So, Angel, what do you do? And you're like, you talked a little bit about, you know, when you listen to music, it's just to kind of decompress a little bit. So what else do you like to do if it's not all football? What do you do just to kind of relax a little bit? And
honestly, when I'm here, it's more like, and it's crazy because back home I don't play my game at all. Like, at all, I don't play it. But here I just kind of play the game, chill with some teammates. And it's weird because I'm an offensive guy, but I only hang out with defensive players. Like, it's just so weird. And they're always talking, because it's mostly the DBs. They're talking junk to me.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we're going back and forth. But honestly, just like, I guess I could say quality time. Like, all these moments do matter. Eventually, like, you'll look down the line and you'll reminisce them and you'll miss them. So, just kind of just chill with the guys. Back home, I'm a family guy. I like chilling with my siblings, with my dad. You know, these times don't last forever, so
that's
make
true.
the most out of them now. So
while you're on the subject of family, why don't you tell me who you got back in Jersey?
So back home, really, not everybody. So I live with my dad, my stepmom, and then my 5 siblings. So 6 of us live in a house still, and then
Wow.
3 dogs. I can't even tell you if it's 3 or 4.
3 dogs, 6 kids. Yeah.
It's crazy. Just
so, like, one of the things I'm always interested in, because I didn't get to be this size just by not being interested in food.
Yeah.
But is there something like when you go home, is there like a play like I gotta have the?
Yeah, me and my father already talked about it too. So
Oh, good.
I want white rice, beans, and then fried ribs. Fried ribs. Like one day he just did fried ribs out of nowhere, and it just ended up being my favorite. So sticking with it.
Fried ribs, like just fried in a pan?
I don't know how he does it. Or pork chops. Pork chops always hit for me, so it's one of the two.
Okay.
But white rice with beans, and I want the white rice and beans to be made from my grandmother.
She knows how to do it.
She doesn't miss. Like,
She does it right.
Yeah, she doesn't miss at all. So.
All right.
Wow.
So are you going to have an opportunity over the next few years to have some family come out and watch you play?
Yeah, so this year my dad was only able to come out to one game. So my dad and uncle came out to Mount Marty, which was our first home game.
Yep.
And then he wanted to try to come out to another one, but things got a little so he did end up he's not coming no more this season, but just playing for next year, see if he can come to a few more or make the best out of the one that he does come to.
Heck
yeah, absolutely right.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. And you said you have, so we talked a little bit about you kind of live in a neighborhood where you can see aunts and uncles, you know, real close by, stuff like that. Do you guys get together a lot?
Yeah. Every birthday, there's a lot of birthdays all
Yeah.
year round. There's a lot of birthdays. Christmas, Thanksgiving. Like, we're always with each other. It's family. Like, and my dad always says this. Like, and he really believes it. Family first, family second, family last. Like, big family guy. So we're always with each other. We always back up each other, and that's just how we always have been.
What do you guys do when you get together? You play like games, or what's the?
It'd be like, yeah, we'll play games. We'll watch football games. We'll watch basketball games. Like, we just do anything. Like, I just think it's more so just to say that we are with each other, and you know, we just chill.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
When you're from New Jersey, as you referenced earlier, and you are all about family, family first, family second, family last. You know, again, we get to the Sopranos, and I mean, that's what's the family business out there, or should I be asking?
I don't think that's something you should be talking about.
Yeah, right.
It's really no family business. Like, everybody kind of does their own thing. So my dad works for the town. No, 100% sure what he does, but he works for the town. And then my stepmom, she works as a special ed teacher, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Yeah, so special ed teacher. So she works, yeah, she does that at the elementary school, one of the local elementary schools. My dad does that, and then I can't even. Well, my little brother, he's a senior in high school, so he plays football. He's they're currently getting ready for the playoffs tomorrow.
Oh,
they're 7-2. They're the number 2 seed in their bracket. So look forward to that. Trying to get him to come over here. You know, got to talk to Coach Top.
Oh, that would be be cool, wouldn't
Yeah,
it? What position does he play? Is he a receiver?
Corner.
He's a
there you go.
So you guys could battle it out.
He doesn't want that problem. He doesn't want that problem.
That's exactly the kind of back and forth I'd expect to hear from a receiver and a DB.
It's crazy because, like, you see me, I'm lanky, you know, 6'1", 170 on a good day. Him, he's 5'9", 5'10", like 160. He's a little more cut up, and he looks more, I guess you could say the part, he's a little faster, you know. It's all cool, but he still can't guard me, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
That's great. That's great. Well, you mentioned that you can talk a little smack or whatever, and it's kind of fun that you're doing that, you know. And so, who do you think is the best smack talker of the receiver room?
The receiver room.
Yeah.
Logan. Farless.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Farless.
That boy could go. And it's like sometimes he's not even talking jump, but he's just talking. Sometimes it's just he's talking and he's going, and he's real passionate. Like, I guess at first to me it was real annoying. I'm not even, like, I would tell him, like, Logan, you don't even have to say nothing right there. Like, there's nothing for. But then, like, as the season goes on and as his role gets bigger throughout the season, like, you see it's more so him being passionate about the game. So it's cool, I guess, to see it from two different views. Like, I know there's a lot of people on the sidelines like, yo, this kid is not, like, Northwestern, he was so loud. I was like, yo, stop talking. And then, but as the season goes on, it's just more passionate. He wants to win too. So
yeah. Farless. Then on the DB side, then, since you're dealing with them, who's the biggest smack talker on that side?
It's kind of funny because we got quiet DBs. Like, our DBs really don't say much. I feel like as a DB, you got to come out there with swag. Like, let the receiver know you don't respect him. Like, I feel like that's how it should be. And then the receiver going to either show you, like, prove you right or prove you wrong. So, but the biggest trash talker, this is a guy that doesn't play. He doesn't, but he competes, and he's actually my roommate too. So it's kind of funny. His name is Jarmani White.
Okay.
So he'll talk to you now, and whether you make a play on him or not, he's gonna keep talking, and he's gonna let you know that he's gonna come at you the next time. You, like, right now, like, us going up against each other, I promise you, like, and this is not me being conceited, I have not lost a rep one-on-one to him ever, like, since we met. But he's gonna go in that room talking junk, talking about how he's gonna get me the next time, man. Yeah, it's just fun though. So
that is funny. That is
great.
Very good. Well, I mean, we do have quiet DBs, and I mean, Jack's one of them. Yep. I can tell you that he doesn't say it, but he does not respect those wide receivers.
Yep, I know.
It's just, I think if he started talking to him, it's probably because he does respect.
Right.
Yeah. You think about who we got out there, and they are all real quiet.
Yeah.
You know, because it's I guess I hadn't thought about that because I'm used to, like, that's some of my favorite parts of the game is to listen to the back and forth.
Right.
You get somebody lined up wide out, and then, you know, usually it's the receivers being a little bit more quiet because they're looking down the line, making sure that they're not in the neutral zone and everything else, making sure they're getting lined up, get the thumb up from the official, and usually it's the DB just talking smack the whole time. Yeah, but yeah, our guys, that's something maybe we need to work on.
Yep.
So you can get Jarmani to start, like, you know, hey,
teaching them.
Yeah, we're gonna have a tutorial.
We have off season.
A TED talk.
Yeah.
On how to talk smack as a defensive back.
Honestly, I think it brings life to the game. Like, go ahead, talk your junk. Like, people don't know, like, regardless, and I said this a little earlier, like, people don't know the work that you have put in. They don't know the work that you did or didn't put in. But if you did put in the work, talk, back it up, because you know you could back it up, or at least hope you could back it up. You know, like, just go out there with a little tenacity. Like, I know personally, like, when I got a DB in front of me, he's just talking. Like, I do want to go harder, but most of the time when they're talking, like, they almost always back it up. Like, they're in the right spot sometimes. They're not getting beat too often. Like, Dakota Wesley, number 7. Oh my God. Early in the game, he's talking to me. And I told him, I said, you got to see me all game. You could talk. It's the first job. You got to see me all game, so I don't care what you're talking about. But, you know, it's like, I think it just brings life into the game. Yeah. And, like, in our position that we're in, you know, 0-8, bring some life. Yeah. You know, it ain't too much to lose right now. So just go ahead, get in their ear, get in their head. You don't know who you're versing. Yeah. The receiver, he might fold under pressure.
Yeah, that's true. You know, I do like in the NFL, you know, they have the NFL films and that they mic them up and everything. Oh, yeah. And I love listening to what these, you know, the big time players, if the funny stuff that they say, the funny stuff makes me laugh. So it's like, good. I'm all for that. I'm for smack talking, trying to get, you know, cracking up, you know, but I also want to make sure that we're not, you know, throwing out, you know, curse words and things like that, and there's children in the stands and things like that. You know, I want to have fun. I would try to make the dude across from me crack up, like, you know, whatever. But like, you know, I want that, and so in good fun or you can just, you know, hype yourself up easy without, you know, making the fans and the stands gonna go, I don't know, there might be something evil about that one there or whatever. Yeah,
there was a few games. Concordia was another one. They had a nickelback, I guess you could say, number 11. Pretty good player. Like, we knew what we were getting ourselves into, like, watching film on him. Early in the game, he punched me right in my face mask. No call, no nothing. He punched me right in my face mask. And he let me know he's going to be there all game. And I told him, I'm going to be here too. Like, it is what it is. And that's a good player, so you can't do nothing but respect it, but you got to let your game show at the end of the day. So,
yeah. Well, Andy, we did have a lot of verbosity in the stands from the Waldorf fans. They were not pleased. They were not pleased. Luke Byers' dad takes the pictures, and he's always on there with the camera, and he gets some video even as he goes, I guess, with his camera too and stuff like that. And one of the controversial calls was, well, it seemed like it was controversial in the stands about the defensive pass interference in the first quarter. That was a momentum changer for that rest of that first quarter. But it was he has the film, and he's like, but it clearly was defensive pass.
What was it?
Yeah, so he did that, and then Luke was actually out here on Wednesday. He and Chris Walter came out with what had happened was Luke's boss had hit a deer, was late to work, called Luke, and Luke called Chris, sent him out to go get a salvage to get the deer, got a salvage tag, and then they brought it out here in the afternoon and cleaned it, you know, and all of that. And so Jack is part of this because he's available, I guess, and we've got a place for you to dump the guts or whatever, you know. So this is all happening, and I asked Luke, I was like, well, was that, you know, with Chianti, was that do you think that was actually a targeting? And it doesn't seem like it. I didn't think that it was, and I don't even know how it could be unsportsmanlike, because like you're already coming in full speed and he's sliding down. And Luke was like, no, I feel like that was pretty obviously a target. like Luke was, you know. And then I asked Coach about it, and he was like, oh yeah, that was definitely right. You can't do that. Yeah, so you're gonna get called that way every single time.
Yeah,
so
he flew down with bad intentions, and honestly, like, it was targeting. Yeah. But I feel like the way that, like, Chianti in specific, like the way he tries to tackle people all the time, it's not just like, oh, he did that just because the quarterback was sliding. Like, even in practice, like, you got to keep your head on swivel because Chianti will come and hit you. Like, he will come and hit you.
Yeah. He's 100% all the time.
Yeah, all the time. Like, there was Morningside. This is funny. Morningside defense finally gets a 3-and-out, so they got the punt squad out there. Chianti goes in and smacks the punter. Flag, first down, leads into points. So Coach is ripping him a new one. And he's like, Coach, you said go 100%. He's never, like, he's never not gonna go 100%. That's one thing you could count on him for. I mean, obviously the call didn't work out in our favor. He has to sit out the first half, but
Yeah.
he's definitely a guy that brings energy and brings.
Yeah, he definitely. That's for sure. Yeah, after our conversation with him last week on this program, and then that happened on Saturday, I was like, no way. But he did say even in that last show that he's like, I'm going to go 100% on everything that we do. Yeah,
Right.
Absolutely. So, Angel, we're getting pretty close to end of our time, and one of the things we always like to do is give our guest the last word. So that can be anything that you'd like it to be, whether you want to talk for 10 minutes, giving shout-outs to your people back home, or talk to our fans, or talk to your team, or talk to anybody like that. But
good
we
life philosophy, advice. what you learn. That's you can't do last week.
I mean, essentially, you can say anything you want as long as you don't go all Logan Farless. And just my only Logan Farless story, and I love that kid to death. I really do. So, Logan, don't take this the wrong way. But after our first home game against Mount Marty, somebody made a good play, and we were in the locker room a few days later. I said, Logan, I just want to tell you, I really, really appreciate your enthusiasm out there, your energy, trying to get everybody up. Could you not use the F-bomb so much? And he's just like, I'm sorry. I said, I get it.
Yeah.
You're excited. I said, but everybody heard you.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm sorry.
Got a deep voice.
Yeah.
Off of that, Logan, like I said, very, very, very passionate. I've never seen nobody be so vocal just because of how passionate they are. But my last words to the fans, I'll say I appreciate y'all. Keep showing up for us. It's going to pay off. Like, on our end, it's going to pay off. And then to my teammates, like, we got this, man. Like, we got to truly believe it this time, though. Like, I think there was people that was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Oh, yeah, we could win, but are we going to win? Like, no, like, we're going to go in there and win. I had so much confidence going into that game.
Yeah,
I really
me too.
felt like we were going to win.
Yeah.
Obviously, the ball ain't turned our way, so.
Yeah.
Bye week. I think the bye week did help, too, though. I will say that. Like, last bye week, I feel like it held, like, the energy going into that bye week, and then the energy going into the game, but now it's time to win the game. It's no more the energy not doing nothing for us. It's either we going to win or we not, and it's time to win.
There you go. Sure. That's a good spot.
Absolutely. Angel, can't thank you enough for taking time out of your obviously very busy schedule to come out here and talk to the Warrior Nation, through the Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast. So thank you so much for letting folks know what we already know, how great a dude you are.
Thank you for having me. Honestly, it's a pleasure.
No, it's great. And this was a good talk, another good one. I mean, we haven't had any bad ones for quite a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a few years.
That's right.
So, yeah. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast. Thanks for listening, folks. For Troy Thompson, this is Andy Buffington, and forever and always, go Warriors.
Tailgate smoke rises under the sky. Laughter and cheers as the moments fly. Players suit up with fire in their veins. This is our home where passion remains. The podcast echoes the stories we share. The live show reminds us we're always there. The best small college where legends are born. A family united in a bond never torn. Forever and always, go Warriors we shout. With fans in the stands, there's never a doubt. Game day Saturdays where memories ignite. Under the lights we fight the good fight.
You can join the Waldorf Gridiron Club and be part of the best small college football experience in America. Just visit our website and pick your membership level at waldorfgridironclub.org. You can also click on the Support the Show link in the show notes to donate.